What's going on, everybody? Today I got a review for y'all. It's on the Echo SRM 3020T. Just picked this up last week. It's been about a week now to the day that I've owned this. And I've been using the crap out of this thing. This thing is, all I gotta say is the beast. This thing is, it's the best trimmer I've ever owned in my entire life. And I'm in love with it. But anyway, it's got a 30.5 cc engine, I believe. It's close to that. I can't remember exactly. If I'm getting that wrong, let me know. But I'm pretty sure it's a 30.5 cc engine. But I think it's massive. It's a massive weed eater. It's got a really big engine on it. See, I mean, it's still in really new condition. I mean, I've not had it but a week, but I've used it a pretty good amount. It's recommended to use 50-to-1 in pretty much every Echo, but so that's what I try to do. And it's also got I believe it's a 20-inch swath on it, and it does got the 450 speed feed head on it, which is another great plus of this trimmer. I love speed feed heads, and I love how big this one is. The only downfall about this being so big, the head, and just in the off chance, you would have to take, the bottom off. See, I ain't got very big hands. So like if I had to take the bottom off, it's really hard to get, pushed in buttons, and to get it to come off. Cause I kind of got smaller hands. I ain't small, but you know what I mean. That's a really big head on it. I mean, you could probably tell just by the camera. That's a lot bigger than the average head on a weed eater. So, I mean, but it's a very solid weed eater. The sticker price on this thing was, I think, $449. And then after tax, it was $481. Which is a lot of money. But in the long run, it's worth it. You'll get your money worth. I can already tell it's going to be a really good trimmer, and it comes with I believe it's a 5-year consumer warranty. No, it's a 2-year consumer warranty, and then like a 5-year professional warranty, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but something like that. And it's got a really big guard on it. I mean, it's a nice trimmer. I love this trimmer. And I love how the handle is like a rubber, and it's flexible. Like it kind of moves. I love how it's like that. And just like any other handle, you can always adjust it to your right, height and stuff. But this trimmer is like perfect for taller people. And I'm not necessarily tall. I'm like 6 feet tall, but that's like average height, I think. But it worked perfectly for me. I mean, I think it pretty much worked for any height, really. But like you say, this one's really good for taller people. But yeah, I mean, and one thing I love about Echo is how they always put the spark plug at the very top right there for easy accessibility. I love that. I've always loved that about Echo. Still, you have to take a plate off usually and all that crap and get to it, which ain't a big thing, but like this is just a lot faster. You can just take it off and then put a new one on. It makes it so much quicker. One thing about Echo that I'm not really crazy about, but it's not like a deal breaker. All Echoes are like this. They still got the manual on and off switch, so when you go to cut it off, you're gonna have to manually put it back into the go position or on position, whatever you're gonna say. See, still, as soon as you cut it off, it automatically goes back to the on position. That's one better thing about Steel than Echo and a lot of other brands, because most other brands do like how Steel does it. But it's a great trimmer. I highly recommend y'all pick up one if you can afford it. I mean, this is made for tackling any kind of job you have. And I'm real good every time after I get done using it. You know, I just started up a little landscape business on the side, and I plan on in the future having that become a full-time job. But right now I'm just doing it as a little side thing. But yeah, this thing, it's gonna tackle a lot of job sites. It's gonna make it so much easier on me, and I'm so excited to keep using it. And the fuel, it's one more thing I need to talk about, is the fuel on this thing. It's got a pretty decent sized tank. I mean, obviously it should for a bigger weed eater or trimmer. But I guess for weed eaters in this range, you know, this size, it burns a little faster, I've noticed, than the steel does. Like the steel, same, you know, weed eater in this price range. I've noticed the steel a little bit more. It saves on gas, or fuel, but not much. I mean, you probably can't really tell the difference actually, but you know, that's like, again, that's not a deal breaker for me. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's just a very solid trimmer. I would highly recommend anybody, you know, starting a landscape company, or even just for, you know, your house, you know, residential. I'd recommend it to anybody. It's a great trimmer. I know I've said that a lot, but I'll probably say it again. Because when I got this thing, I was so excited. I've been seeing so many reviews on it. And I've just seen nothing but positive reviews. No one really had a bad thing to say about it. And I mean, the Echo's also got the 26T, and that's one thing I'll tell you. Echo's got the 3020 and the 3020T, and the T stands for higher torque. So that's why I went with the T. You know, I wanted to try to get the best one available, you know, I could get. You know, 3020T, I've never even tested out just the 3020. I got the 3020T, but they said the 3020 is not as powerful. But you know, if you don't really know much about weed eaters, you probably couldn't even tell the difference. But you know, if you've kind of got some experience using, you know, lawn equipment and stuff, you could probably tell the difference. But there ain't really a big difference in price between them two versions. They're both part of the X series, you know, 3020 and the 3020T. Also the 2620T and the 2620R. I used to own a 2620, but I ended up selling it. And I don't know why I sold it, because that was a really good trimmer. But yeah, I mean, I think I pretty much went over everything about this weed eater. It's just a great trimmer. I love it to death, and I will have a future video of me using it. You know, I want to give y'all a full in-depth review of this trimmer. It's a great trimmer. I highly recommend y'all buy one. So yeah, I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one, and yeah, have a nice night.